All right, looks like we're live on Instagram, live on Facebook. Where's the camera over there? Live on Instagram, Facebook, and live on YouTube. Good evening, welcome. Um, Man, you guys are quick. So good to see all of you. It is Monday night, and so I've renamed it for those of you who are following along on Instagram or on Connect. Uh, Mondays are fun around here now. So all of a sudden now Mondays I'm working. Cleveland's in the house. Good evening. Harper's here. Keith is here. Susan's checking in. Tammy, yeah, Tammy, woo! Let's see. Tammy, you accept this, Rose? Tammy was supposed to watch The Bachelor, and we got a little bit on Twitter, went back and forth, and I gave her an idea that maybe Twitter would, maybe The Bachelor would not be the best move tonight. You can DVR it. So, well, anyway, yeah. So Mondays are the days I get caught up. Episode 209 is done. Episode 210 is done. Episode 211 is done. So that means we should have a pretty good week. Certainly, we'll let you know as that goes on. Keep an eye on Twitter. Twitter will let you know every single time we go live. It certainly does that. So let's see. So I missed a couple of you. Tammy, very cool. So we got Keith, I got Susan, got Corey from Connecticut. Good evening. Corey's on the show tonight, I believe. And then Lee is also here. He's on the show. Anna from Tallahassee. Good evening. Lori's here. Cheryl says, love the hair. Yeah, so today was hair color day. How'd I do? I don't mind a little bit of gray, but when it turns like completely white, it was too much. Like on the sides, like right through here, it was just white. It wasn't even like the top I was okay with, but this part here bugged the toodles out of me. So I had to color it, just for men. Thanks, Tammy. You get a good look? Yep. So anyway, so that's the deal with the hair. Cheryl, thank you for that. Um, let's see. Pamela's here. Good evening to you. Maggie is here for as long as you can stay awake. I get it. Patricia, good evening from Bloomington. Good evening to you. Pennsylvania, Michelle's checking in. Heading to Pennsylvania in just a couple weeks. Woohoo! Lee is here. Barb from Colorado. Good evening to you. Karen is. I am at a meeting. So you're in a meeting watching. Very cool. It's a late meeting. Yeah. Productive Mondays are great. So yeah, I took, like I said, my transition schedule. Of course, it's all over everywhere. My plan is to retire from the military in less than a year. 372 days to be. No, that's not right. It's supposed to be 372. Less than 365. So we gotta get that updated. Anyway, so a year, less than a year, and so my transition strategy is I have about 60 vacation days, and so I'm going to use them on Mondays, and I'll take most Mondays off, and that gives me a chance to get caught up on the show. It gives me a chance to do, to get things that I can't get done during the week. So this today was absolutely productive. Like I said, episode 209, 210, 211 are already written. So there is very, very little reason why we won't have a show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of this week, or Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll play it by ear, but Monday, Wednesday for sure. Pam from Traverse City, Michigan, good evening. Judy, happy Mondag. Happy Mondag to you too. Kentucky is here. Donna, good evening. Ithaca, New York is here. Ramona, good evening to you. Steve says, for me, every day is a spree day. Yep, I get it. Melissa from Minnesota, good evening to you. Lee is here from Santa Rosa. I got you earlier. Michael here from Florida. Good evening, sir. Heather from Ontario. I got my Toronto shirt on. This is from the international tour when we went up to Toronto. In YouTube, can you see it? So picked up a shirt there, size medium. You know the deal. Colette from Long Island. Diane says good evening. Good evening to you. Marilyn, Kathleen's checking in. Bedford, Ohio. Louise is here. Alice and Keith, good evening to you as well. Let's see. Therese says it's Happy Monday. I think that's going to stick. I'm going to use that every day. Dan from Winnipeg. So again, we've really gone international now. Catherine checking in from Austin. Carrie, thank you, thank you, thank you. Carrie likes the hair. Me too, me too. Tanny from Michigan. Good evening to you. Lisa did not get a Twitter alert. Lee, I get them, so you got to figure that out because it's working just fine on my end. I know it went out, so we got to get Lee. We got to get Lee figured out why he's not getting notifications. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day is a day. I like it. Works for me. But let's start with Mondags first. Nancy checking in from Maryland. Good evening to you. Caitlin's here. Becky, hello. Hildy, hello. Katie Hartman from Ohio here and ready to roll. Dina's here. Good evening to you. Dan says, I won't go gray. You see, the Lord only made a few perfect heads. The rest were covered with hair. But I'm bumped. I said that forever. For the most part, I don't care what color my hair changes. It can turn purple for all I care. As long as it stays up there, I'm cool with that. I can color it. If it turns purple, I can change it back to brown. You saw that. So as long as I have some, I'm good. Dan, you and I are complete opposites. Wendy and Travis are here. Travis here. Good evening to you. Jennifer, former Hoosier. Good evening to you. Christy says we're on the wrong side of Pennsylvania. So Christy, I'm coming from Indianapolis. There's no such thing as a wrong side of Pennsylvania, right? If you're in Pennsylvania, I'm not. You're closer than me. So I'm going to drive in, or I haven't even figured that out yet. I don't know if I'm driving or flying. I'll figure that out this week. But anyway, I will be there on Saturday morning. For those of you who registered already, I sent the email out. I just don't have the information in front of me as to where we're going to be, but southwest of Philadelphia-ish. Someone who knows can chime in. I literally just don't have it in front of me. That's all, and I don't want to take the time to grab it. Rachel, welcome back. Steven says browning up turkey right now. I had chicken for dinner. Tonight's dinner was chicken breast and with some yummy seasoning and then some sauce, and Jeannie's here. Woohoo! Always glad. So is this okay that I did my hair? I know. Okay, so the countdown's to 3:59 until retirement. Thank you. Lee, that's what Lee was. Okay, Lee said 3:59. I was like, what is 3:59? My little cheat sheet over here says 3:72, so we have to get that updated. Tallahassee, Florida is checking in. Petite Alley, good evening to you over on Instagram. BCSP2, hello. Got it. Always harder on Instagram because I don't know your names compared to your usernames. Nora is here from South Carolina. St. Louis, Anna's checking in on Instagram. Sierra, hello. Jennifer from Boston. Good evening Boston. Steven says, I love TC. Not tracking. TC. Toronto, Canada. Very cool. Wisconsin checking in. Petite Alley says it's been a while but she's glad to be back. Always glad to have you guys back as well. Laura is here. Good evening to you. Lisa, hello from Central Minnesota. Good evening. Pinckney, Michigan. Therese, I gotcha. Denver, Colorado. Ginger missed us. Yeah, we were just out in Denver not long ago, and you missed it. So I don't know that we'll be back in quite a while. So you're going to have to make the trip out now. So the closest next is San Francisco. So in November, we'll be in San Francisco. So make that trip. Wisconsin's checking in. I got that. Devin from Los Angeles, hoping to make it to the San Francisco tour on the sub. We were just talking about that. November 10th. It's looking like we're going to be at Chrissy Park. That's kind of the game plan. So all of these trips, generally speaking, they were work travel. Many of them were. And work travel has been changing, so some of them now aren't. So far, we're 4 for 4. We made all the first stops. We hit Biloxi, we hit Tulsa, we hit Toronto, we hit Denver. Next up is Philadelphia. That's clearly in the works. And Indianapolis, that should be easy. It's right there. Then Indy, and then Washington, D.C., and then over to San Francisco. So Washington, D.C., that's pretty solid, pretty booked in. And then San Francisco is the last of them. And because that's over Veterans Day weekend, that should be easy as well. So looks like we'll go 8 for 8. If we run the gamut here, I'll be very, very impressed. I had some reservations when I first launched the tour. My kind of thought was, I don't know if I can commit to all 8 of these, but we've done it. We're 4 for 4, and I see no reason why we can't run the table here and get them all done. So, Eileen from Gettysburg, good evening to you. Janice is watching Bloomington, getting your bike workout in. Very cool. Corona, California. Luann, good evening to you. Ginger from the Oregon coast. Hello. Hot San Diego. Denise, woohoo! Haven't seen you in forever. I mean, I see your pictures on Instagram. Your kids are adorable, and you guys are always on the beach. So I double click and tap it all the time. I see beach pictures. Greetings from OHIO, Karen says. Ronalda, good evening from Hagerstown, Maryland. Tina from Seattle, good evening to you. From Nebraska, to my 200-pound life. Very cool. Let's see. Jackson, Wyoming. Sierra is here. Very cool. And let's see. Debbie from Rockford, Illinois. Denise from Chicago. Patricia says, love the day, the DAG day. Yeah, me too. I'm telling you, look, so I got a new planner. I'm working on a new planner. Just see if this was my day today. All that stuff, like done or worked on, starting to be done. Yeah, just busy, but it was good. Jennifer out of Temple, Georgia. Marcia switched over to me. Marcia now is over here on Facebook. You were over on Instagram and you moved. See, it's hard for me to keep up. Let's see. Steve says gray beards are distinguished. I can't grow a beard. The military does not certainly let me grow a beard. So, all right, let me skip forward quite a bit. So I'll probably miss a bunch, but very, very, very cool. Episode 209. Are you ready for this? I think we should get it done, shall we? Northwest Indiana. Carrie's here. Hildy's here. Robin says, hey, Sarah. Very cool. Marcia says, Instagram comes on first. Not really. I actually maybe it does. I hit Facebook first. And then this time I think I did YouTube second. And then Instagram third. So, I don't know. You have your water ready? Let's get this thing done. Moving here from Facebook, MJI16. Got it. All right, so let's get episode 209. Sorry, Instagram. 209 in the books, or get going anyways. So let me hang on. Sorry, I wasn't ready for Instagram. Katie says, yes, I'm excited for this. Me too. All right, let's do this. We'll do a mic check real quick. We'll come back and we'll do water. So get your water ready. If you don't have water, I'm just telling you, if you don't have water, time out. Go get a water, because when I come back, we're gonna drink water. Go get one right now. Go get it. Mic check, testing, 1, 2. All right, we're recording. I've learned a couple things along the way. Remember how I used to kind of do this mic check? Anyway, I used to do it, and then I would turn around, and all of a sudden, I did a whole show once and didn't record a single bit of it. That was kind of frustrating. So, Sarah says, hi, Mom. Christy says, I have coffee. Here we go. Cheers. I always like making the popping sound. Ready? Here, you can hear it on Facebook really good. That wasn't that good. Cheers. tears. Woo! Right now, are you? Let's see if YouTube connects again. YouTube, hopefully you're back. Sorry about that. Ha! Jeannie says, I have pre-portioned wine and won't be guzzling down the 7 points. How do you drink all that at once? So Luann, I do this, right? I go like this. And I pop the lid, and I go like this. And I do that. And I just keep going until it's all gone. So, hey, Amy, I have something for you. Watch this. You need this. I'm going to send this to you. If you're drinking wine during the show, I'm going to send you this. So here we go. Just like that. It's, I know you're all going to want them now. I get it. But it's okay. We'll be all right. All right, let's do this. I know, see, I had to put a napkin in it so that you could see it because it's kind of hard to see without a napkin. Instagram, there you go. You guys couldn't see it on Instagram. Yeah, the Weight Watcher wine glasses have pre-lines, so you can pre-portion. I like this one better, but that's just me. So I don't know that I'll do mugs. These are on the website. If you go to fatdag.com and you click on top right-hand corner, I guess the store, you can get those through there. So there's like mug. I don't know. There's not coffee mugs. Everything's glass. So, all right. Cool. Here we go. Oops, let me get that. I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Wise Advice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 209 of Wise Advice. Got a great show planned for you tonight. There's about a handful of you online. Looks like maybe a little over 100 or so joined in the live recording of the show. You can always find out when we're going to do live. Just follow me on Twitter. Follow Wise Advice. Turn on notifications for that account. It should let you know when we're going live. If you're watching live, you'll notice today was Mundag. We call that. I don't call it Monday. I call it Mundag. And this morning, had a gym appointment in the middle of the day. And I said, you know what? It's time to get rid of the gray hair. And so off I did. I went and got it colored, or I went and did it myself. Went and got it colored. And so for those of you online, you can tell it kind of matches my headphones now. It's not sticking out like a sword. Hey, I'm okay with gray hair. As long as it stays up there, it can turn whatever color it wants, but it just got too white for me. Gray is fine, but it was too white, so I had to do that. So for those of you joining in online on the live show, you certainly got to see that. Thanks for being here. If you don't already, go to your app store, get the Wise Advice app. That's the best way to listen to the show. Certainly, you can listen to all the previous episodes, and you can just in your app store, whether it's the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. 209, 293 are incredibly inspiring. You're incredibly amazing. One of the things that stood out with me early on is when you told me the story about your traumatic brain injury and getting hit by multiple cars. And it was a life that certainly we wouldn't wish on anybody, but here you are. You know, you've drafted a beautiful letter, clearly articulate. Clearly, there is no damage when it comes to your ability to put words to a paper. So when you look at your overall purpose in life, your purpose in life is multiple. There are multiple purposes in your life. Sure, you're clearly focused on this Weight Watcher aspect, and I think that is absolutely a calling of yours as well. But the things that you're able to do, just like I'm glad you recognized it, Whereas that 1985 is the day your life completely changed. 138 days hospitalized. And here you are living all alone, arranging your own transportation, living without a paycheck. We say, or you said in your email that society places such credence on employment. I think that's just the opposite. I think every single one of us in that aspect alone would love to switch places with you and not have to be dependent upon one. And we can just live our life the way that we know that we want to live. You're certainly able to make ends meet. You're certainly able to do it. That is a clear indication that you are a rock star. 100%, no doubt about it. What you have gone through, what you continue to go through, the inspiration you provide to the community, the inspiration you provide, no doubt, to your meeting room, all of these things combined make you one of my favorite people in the Wise Wingman group. I hate to put favorites because it's just certainly not fair to the 5,000 of you in there, but you continue, your posts continue to shine. Probably it's the number thing. You always have some sort of interaction with numbers, and I'm just the opposite of you. I have a very difficult time adding and saying numbers and repeating numbers. So every time you post one, it makes me chuckle because we are complete opposites in that. I like what you said, though, where it comes to, the only place you truly feel comfortable is a Weight Watcher meeting. And I get that. I surely do. We find so much inspiration. We find so much support on this journey. And what happens is people who understand the journey resonate better with other people who are going through the journey. And so when you walk into a Weight Watcher meeting, you feel like in a comfortable environment amongst friends. That is entirely true. And I don't know if there are support groups for folks with a brain injury, but I'm confident that your services could be rendered in that realm as well. Your purpose in life is to continue to live the amazing life that you're living, continue to demonstrate in so many ways that what you're capable of doing, what you have done, what you have recovered from, what you have survived, was mostly due to your determination to want to win. That inspiration that you could provide back, to other people going through what you're going through. I would even say interacting with you quick just now on Facebook is, I see so many military veterans who've come back from overseas who have similar scenarios. Granted, how we ended up in the same place as you is largely irrelevant, but you'll be able to demonstrate to them that you can live alone, that you're able to take care of yourself, that you can be self-sufficient. There may be a point in their journey where they don't believe any of that. So there may be other places for you to devote your time and be a huge inspiration as well. I applaud your effort for want to work at Weight Watchers. I know at times the folks at Weight Watchers listen to the show. I certainly cannot speak on their behalf, but it certainly baffles me as to why you're not in the meeting room in that regard, because you're able to clearly articulate everything in this email. There's absolutely nothing, in my opinion, stopping you and holding you back. So I'm going to continue to plug and encourage you to don't give up on that dream, but I want you to take one step beyond that. I want you to look for other dreams as well, because we got to put your talents to work in so many other places, and you can do that. Your brain is a machine. I don't know what part. It's certainly not a doctor, right? But I don't know what part of your traumatic brain injury was impacted, but it's certainly not visible. It's certainly not through email, through interacting online, and through your ability to manipulate numbers and to win at this game. Certainly has not been affected at all. So keep up the amazing work. Continue to play the daily smart point target game. Draw the line, write the numbers, subtract them out. Day 3,207 is tomorrow. I'm confident you're going to wake up. I'm confident tomorrow will be 210 blue dots. How coincidentally is it 209 is this episode, and today's 209 blue dots. So keep up the amazing work, my friend. So very fond of you as well. You are a true inspiration. Your statistics are absolutely incredible. They're absolutely proof that if you want to do this, there is nothing that will stop you. If you understand why you're doing it and you understand what the big picture is and you understand what the goal is, you understand how the program works, and if you want it and you are willing to fight for it, you can do whatever you want to do. Lee, you're proving that every single day. 3,207 days on program, all of them weighing in below goal. Dude, if that's not winning, I don't know what is. Congratulations, my friend. Incredibly, incredibly proud of you. Okay, so Lee says, follow up on Facebook, 214 blue dots today. So he wrote this email in a couple days ago, but you get the concept for sure. Next up, Katie. Katie writes in, Katie says, hi, Fat Dag. I'm excited to finally put pen to paper, or rather fingers to keyboard, to write to you. I've been a long-time follower. I actually remember your very first infamous post on Connect, and I followed you immediately. Funny thing is, when I rejoined Weight Watchers December 2017, I was pleasantly surprised to see how much you've grown the WhysAdvice community. It blew me away. I was over the moon to find the Facebook page and the podcast. It was exactly what I needed to refocus and get started on this new chapter in my weight loss journey. My story is very similar to many others. I've been a chronic rejoiner. I've lost track of how many times I've rejoined. To be exact, since the first time I joined was a junior in high school in 2007. The last time I rejoined was December, was particularly hard for me. In July 2016, I was only 6 pounds away from goal, and then life happened. I went through a breakup and followed that up 2 months later with jumping back into the dating pool. And then the roller coaster of emotions sent me down a slippery slope of ice cream, chocolate, and wine. I gained all of my weight back and then some, close to 50 pounds to be exact. I was so close to goal and I blew it. I think that was the hardest thing to overcome in finding my way back to Weight Watchers. The feeling of failure, knowing that I was so close and I blew it. Seeing all of my smaller size clothes in my closet, knowing I couldn't fit into them. I remember one day after getting frustrated trying to find an outfit to wear out with girlfriends, I sat in my closet and I cried, saying to myself, this wasn't supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to work this way. I was ashamed and disappointed in myself, but it did happen and the weight was back. I had to own that. I had to pick myself up, dust myself off, forgive myself, and walk right back into the meeting room. So that is just what I did. It hasn't been all rainbows and butterflies since I returned, but then again, it never is. But one of the most profound and tide-turning moments was the night I decided to do what you so often ask us to do. I put pen to paper, and I wrote down my why. I wrote a few different things down, but the one thing that brought me to tears was this. I want to be as healthy as I can be right now for myself and for my boyfriend, and I want to set myself up to be as healthy as I can be in the future for my husband and future babies. While we're not engaged yet, my boyfriend and I have been ring shopping, and we talk quite often about our future as husband and wife. I know without a doubt in my mind that he is the one, and I want to be healthy so we can live a long, happy, adventure-filled life together. My why is what pushes me through the hard workouts, encourages me on the days when the struggle is real, serves as my compass when making decisions about what to eat or not to eat. It's like my compass in this journey, and I know it won't ever lead me astray. I am 22 pounds down at this current moment in time. I am not where I want to be yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday, and that's an amazing feeling. Thank you for all that you do for so many. I feel blessed to be part of this amazing tribe. I so strongly believe in you that I'm a patron supporter. Please keep up the amazing work. Kindest regards, Katie out of North Royalton, Ohio. Username K Hartman 353. Katie, powerful stuff. Thank you for taking a moment to knock it out on the keyboard and get it into my inbox. That's how this show continues to grow, is by emails just like this, writing in and sharing what's going on. So thank you for being a wingman from day one. Thank you for answering the call. You've heard me say that so many times. What happens along this journey is that very often those of us who join or rejoin, we go through the cycle of, we know the program works, but we've yet to see anyone sustain a lifetime of happiness. So therefore, we just don't believe that it's possible. And so the reality is that as people come and go through our journey, we start looking to them. We start looking for the clues of success, and we start seeing that they're having success. And then that encourages us to keep going, keep trying, and make sure that we can have success as well. So thank you for being there from day one. You know why we all end up rejoining this program? I say this all the time. And so what happens is we know the program works. We join the program, we find success. We end up having great success in many cases. We believe we can do it on our own, or life takes over, whatever the scenario is. And then for some reason, we find ourselves needing to come back. Because we know it works, we're willing to pay again to make it work. So think about that for a second. You wouldn't rejoin a program that you knew for a fact that didn't work. So you have to trust the program, trust the fact that it does work, continue doing it, get all the way to whatever success you want to have. I'm very proud of you for actually finally taking my advice. I believe you're rare in that sense. Many people who write into the show, certainly they've drafted down their why, but I say you take it one step further than just banging it on the keyboard. Banging it on the keyboard, typing it in, sending it in, that's very, very powerful. But when you sit in solitude, when you sit completely by yourself, when you grab a pen and you grab a piece of paper, everything is quiet. You pull out the pen and you sit there and you struggle with what you want to write. And you say, you know what, right now, I'm not sure where I'm at in this journey. And you just start writing, and you start writing down what's going on. As you start doing that, the brain, the creative side of your brain fills up and starts giving you the next sentence. It starts giving you the next word. And as you get the entire thing written down to paper, a lot of times, subconsciously, it just flows out of your brain into the pen, onto the paper. As you do all that, the reason I believe that is so important is that there are really two ways to experience this journey. The first way to experience this journey is that you certainly have to live it. When you walk into the meeting room for the very first time, you join for a reason. The reason that you've joined, there's only one or two ways to re-experience that. The way to re-experience that is, number one, is to live it. Number two is to read about it. So as you start having success, the only way to remember your why, to stay focused on the emotional connection that happened the moment you walked in, is if you captured that emotion on paper. If you captured that emotion, you can go back at any time and reread it and put yourself in that exact same mindset that got you there. If you don't have that to refer back to, then you have to actually live it to get back there. And that's where so many of us lose track of the way, is we're going to the stage of trying to recreate the energy. It just doesn't exist. So I really want you to then go back to rereading it. So I'm glad it brought tears, but the fact that it brings tears tells me that you're on the right path, tells me that what you've dug into with you and your family and your future family, congratulations on that, by the way, that is your emotional connection to why you want to do this. That will provide you everything that you need to get yourself to goal. Currently, you're down 22 pounds, which is an amazing success. You can't lose 22 pounds on accident. You have to do that by being focused. You have to do that by being disciplined. You have to do that by waking up every single day, knowing what it is you're trying to accomplish and getting it done. I know you're not where you want to be yet, but you're closer than you were yesterday. I believe you're closer in mindset. When you get the right mindset, you can do whatever you want to do. Katie, congratulations on your amazing success. I'm here for you. The entire Wingman community is here for you. We know you got this. 22 pounds down. You don't do that on accident. That is focus, discipline, dedication. That is all you getting it done. And I'm proud of you. Keep up the amazing work. In Connecticut, Corey writes in, says, "Hi, Mike. Hey, I thought I'd send a little celebration. I was on vacation for 2 weeks and I came back with a net loss of 1.6 pounds. I lost 1.8 one week and I was up just 0.2 the other. I'll take it. Hey, one thing that really helped me keep on track was sending a screenshot of my tracker every evening to my friend who was also a Weight Watcher. She also sends her tracker to me. This extra accountability has really helped both of us reinforce making good choices, and we kept our tracking honest. I've said all along to myself that it feels different this time, and here's another reason why. Normally when I come back from vacation, it takes months to get back on track. This time, I never really went off track, and I'm right back in full focus this week. I'm up to 32 pounds gone now, and I'm heading for my next 5-pound goal increment. Thanks again for all that you do. Looking forward to heading to DC in October. Corey." Corey, what a cool email. 32 pounds, congratulations. Welcome back from vacation. I think a 1.8 pound loss 2 weeks after vacation is absolutely incredible work. That tells me that the principles that you've ingrained to get this journey done are working for you. I love the fact that knowing that you were on vacation, you decided that you needed a little bit extra accountability, finding someone that you could share your journey with, that you could share your tracker with, that you could hold yourselves accountable. That is you seeking out the tools that you need to get this done. When you are that focused, when you go to that extreme to find things that are working for you and you continue to modify them so they continue to work for you, nowhere in the program material does it say to share that with you, but you took it upon yourself to say, hey, I need a little bit more accountability. I'm not going to be in my meeting room. I'm not going to have my team. Whatever it is, you said, I need an additional extra level of accountability. That helped you, that helped her. Together, you're able to keep your tracking honest. Being honest with yourself really is where we're all trying to get to. 32 pounds is absolutely fantastic. I think the most fantastic piece of all this is that you said you came back from vacation. Normally, it would take you months to get back, but this time you got right back on track. That is what it's all about. You can certainly enjoy things that are going on in your life. You can certainly do what you need to do in the moment, but the difference is what is now normal for you. If normal for you is to eat healthy, then if on a day that maybe you didn't and maybe you indulged or you enjoyed it, but normal is to get back to that instantly, then that is the power of what you're done. That's where the mindset really clicks, is when you have now completely reset the baseline. The baseline for you is healthy. You're living that. That's why you're able to go on vacation for 2 weeks and come down with 1.8 pound loss. Corey, keep up the amazing work. Again, incredibly proud of you. Very cool to see you online in the group as well. Carrie writes in, says, "Hi, Mike. Hey, my name is Carrie. I live in Northwest Indiana. I've been a Weight Watcher member for 6 years. I do attend meetings. My sister is Maggie. She's my number one wingman. She joined Weight Watchers because of the success that I had before and with Weight Watchers. I lost 90 pounds and I have 40 or so to go. My problem is my 34-year-old son who was born with a congenital heart defect. He's had 6 open heart surgeries. When he was 19, he had a major life-threatening episode. During that time, I put on around 50 pounds. I'm a major stress eater and I have general anxiety disorder. I have no idea why. There have been 2 times he made it when he shouldn't have. 5 years ago, he was hospitalized and then he had number 6 over a month period. Since that time, I've just lost about 20. Number 7 is coming up between now and December. He wants to wait until December because that's when the work is slow. That gives me 5 months to worry. I'm the one everyone in the family looks to see how I'm handling it. If I'm okay, then they're relatively calm. I want to keep going and doing better than the last time. I'm 64 and sleeping at the hospital is getting really difficult. But I can't leave until he's awake in ICU and the doctors say he is okay. I do try to stay focused that he's married, has 2 little boys, and leads a fairly normal life. I know many families have never gotten the opportunity to see their children into adulthood. I guess I'm just going to need a huge amount of encouragement in the coming months. Thank you for listening. If this might be something you want to address to help others, please feel free to use any of this. Sincerely, Carrie. Carrie, first and foremost, you're an incredible warrior. Your son's an incredible warrior. What an amazing team you are. What an amazing fighter you are. The ability to fight through this and win is also inspiring. And I'm proud of you in that regard. Um, Way to be the prize, right? I know your sister, right? She comes into our meeting, so I'm very thankful for her. But how cool to know that the beginning of her journey was watching the inspiration that you provided during yours. You are truly epitomizing the term that I say is be the prize. Live your life the way that other people look at that and go, hey, I want a piece of that. If you've done that and other people look at you and say, I want to do that as well, that is incredible inspiration. You've done that so much so that your sister has now made it to goal into Team Lifetime as a result of you living your life and sharing your journey. There's a lot going on in your life. Clearly there is, and that's nothing we would wish on any single person, but you have a handle on it. You've able to manage your entire program as you go through here. You're obviously following the motto I say all the time is do your best. And so as you go through this process, I'm asking you always do your best. Wake up every single day, determine what the best you can do in the scenario that you've been given and make it work. As you continue to do your best, what happens is every single day you wake up and you say, here's the scenario, here's the cards I've been dealt. You play those hands. As life turns into a new routine, no matter what hands you're being dealt, if you continually are dealt the same hands, you will eventually learn how to play those hands. And so what I want you to do is focus on doing your best. Continue, obviously, your number one priority is you and your family. But as you go through this trial time all the way up until December, I want you to every single meal, every single time you have the opportunity, just make a conscious decision of, am I okay? Is this working for me? Is this not working for me? What do I need to adjust? And do the best that you can through that process. It's absolutely something we all want to address because even though this is a scenario that none of us wish on, this scenario isn't significantly different from everything else you hear on this podcast. And what you hear on the show is so many people are going through so many amazing things in their life, and they simply have to figure it out. And so this is a scenario that you have a handle on. You're getting it done. You're clearly an inspiration. You've lost 90 pounds. You certainly can't do that on accident. You have to do that and say, by you doing that, you've been able to respond to the scenarios and say, I can do this. I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to overstress it. I want you to continue doing the amazing things you did to lose 90 pounds. Push on and get to whatever point in your journey that you consider is where you want to end up. My heart breaks out for you. I wish your son all the best. I wish your family all the best. We're here for you. If there's anything we can do additional, please join us on the Facebook group, join us online, whatever it is you need to do, reach out. We will walk this journey with you. And when you get to goal, we absolutely will reach out and celebrate. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Go to fatdag.com, click on the WhysAdvice podcast link, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I'll work them in as part of the show. I want you to email in your celebrations because I want you to be absolutely proud of what you're doing. You can email in at onair@fatdag.com because when you email in, you hear it often time and time again on the show is that your journey resonates with somebody else at a different point in their journey. The more we share, the more we are able to join together and get this thing done. Inspiration and completely changing our lives. Well, that's going to do it for this time. Remember that losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goals and go after it. I wish you good focus. ep209 in the books. Woo! Aren't these, I tell you, opening up with Lee, are you still here? Opening up with Lee's email. It's funny how our brain plays tricks on us, right? And, our brain gives us these paths of things that we're supposed to believe. And Lee, you're a clear example of someone who's just out there getting it done, living an amazing life. So keep up that great work. So 209 in the books. That's the deal there. Carrie, you're very welcome. You will focus, and don't be afraid to ask for help. That's one of the cool things about the Wise Wingman Facebook group is that there are folks in there. I mean, you see the posts in there. It's just incredible. You just want to reach out and say, how can we help? And so I told you more than once that, my greatest support system is my family, but my family has no concept of losing weight. And so good on them, right? But they don't understand the journey the same way we do. And just kind of like Lee said, is I feel comfortable in this setting because I understand that, or know that you guys get it. We have similar thought patterns. We have similar things that we have in common, and that's the beauty of being in this group together. So, Melody, Lee's email opened the show. You certainly could have it. You can go back once I get it published. You can go back and listen to it. Dan says he quit 7 pounds from goal. So that's what I'm saying about this process is that so many of these emails are so similar to, we can take bits and pieces out of every email and relate it. You're going to hear an email in tomorrow or the next episode that says that very same thing, is that just about every single email, you can pull out at least a paragraph or a sentence and go, yeah, I get that. That's the beauty of this entire community. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep being inspiring. So many often your sphere of influence, right? I can only reach so many people, and you're carrying that message beyond my reach. So as you continue to live your life the way you want to live it, and other people look up to that, then what happens is together, all of us make this big ripple, and that big ripple is what's going to completely change the world. It doesn't take one person to change the world. It takes one person to cast the stone into the lake, and that ripple effect takes off. So continue to do your best. Continue to wake up every single morning on fire, getting it done, and that's what it's all about. So, Pam says to Lee, you are not alone. All of our stories have a connection here. It's so true, right? And Lee, I agree with that. So I do 2 meetings a week, and so my 2 meetings are completely different. Same subject, same leader, and the meetings are completely different because the meeting is about what the folks in the room want to discuss and carry forward. And so that's what makes this entire community so incredibly valuable. So very, very fun. So, all right, on that note, I'm going to get this thing published. I'm going to get everything, get ready for work tomorrow. Renee says, killed it on the rowing machine. Boom, way to go. Keep up the great work. So on that note, let's go ahead and Instagram. Hey, thank you for being here. We'll see you probably later this week. I have episode 210 ready to go. So if we get time tomorrow night, maybe, or otherwise it'll be Wednesday night. Certainly follow on Twitter. You'll find that there, and you can move forward that way. So thank you. Have a great night. I wish you good focus. All right. And then YouTube, we have some troubles on YouTube. It looks like YouTube was bouncing in and out. So sorry about that. But we'll go ahead and end YouTube. Thank you as well. Have a great night. And I wish you good focus.